Okay, everybody, yes, you're not seeing things. It is me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Friday, October 28th, 2022. I wasn't sure I was going to get this video out. As you can tell, I'm not in my usual market attire. As you also probably know, I'm getting set up here for a big birthday celebration for Ed Hall. Thank you, all of you who are reaching out to this guy. He's a national freaking treasure, this guy. I'm telling you, in my view, love the guy. One day I'll get him out here and we'll talk with him and do a little interview with him. It's not that easy right now. He's oxygen dependent and he's not doing too well. But I'm going to make this birthday celebration for him today. His 99th, the best he ever freaking had. It's just lovely. All right. I might even post some pictures of this party. To those of you who subscribe to my free newsletter, link in the description of this video. Take some pictures and I will post them later so you can get a little glimpse of the festivities over here. All right, look, with that said, I'm happy to do this video because it's unbelievable what we're seeing. So right now, I mean, we're talking about a big rally here, a big rally on Wall Street. Oh, by the way, the market's still open for 7 minutes. You're probably going to hear the closing bell go off. I mean, we have the Dow Jones Industrial Average higher by 800, over 800 points. All kinds of buying going on. Short positions are getting covered. They're getting crushed. Who's doing all the buying? Look, I'm going to leave that up to you to figure out. Not only, people, are we witnessing a phenomenon here, a lot of cash going back into the debt market. The midterms are coming up. This is a game they always play. This is obviously massive institutional buying of the debt market and of the stock market right now, period, the freaking end here. And despite the fact that we got, this news this morning, personal consumption expenditures, the Federal Reserve's favorite indicator for forward-looking inflation here, pointing towards, well, there's no end in sight. Can I see your shocked face? Really? I can't believe it! I don't even know how to do a shock face anymore. Can you do one for me? Because I can see you. You know that. Even those of you that have no clothes on. I know a lot of you like to watch this show naked. Don't ask me why. Maybe it's my nice attire today. I don't know. Hold on a moment. Anyway. So, yeah, we got abysmal economic news. I mean, here we go. All right, picture what I'm about to tell you. A big, humongous rally here on Wall Street. Meanwhile, they're talking about, and this is, the mainstream freaking propaganda here. They want you to believe, and I think it's true actually, that, we're seeing a major decline here in home sales across the board. In fact, they're calling it a collapse. A collapse, okay? Yes, indeed. Look, what's happening here is a market trying to normalize, okay? The distortions that exist today across the spectrum of asset classes. And why is this? Because of central banks. Central banks gone wild, all right? Reinflating a stock market bubble, reinflating a housing bubble. There's no price discovery mechanism today whatsoever. When you have central banks collectively, but, they don't coordinate. I know this to be a fact. You know how I know? I'm going to let you in on a secret here. How does Greg Mannarino know that central banks don't coordinate? Well, because the current Fed chair thing, Powell himself, Yellowstein, he said, oh, no. A lot of people think, they believe in their heart of hearts that central banks coordinate. No, we don't coordinate. Oh, we talk all the time, but they don't coordinate. It's the biggest load of shit. It goes past the moon, Pluto, Uranus, and everywhere else. I don't even know what order you want to put that in. Maybe it goes like backwards and upside down. But there's some pretty crazy stuff going on. It's a concerted effort. You know that. It's just, more in our face bullshit, dog shit, cat shit, hippo shit, monkey shit, reptile shit, all mixed together in a big, lovely pot of hot, steamy crap. I mean, that's just the way it is. Anyway, so let's just go over a few other things. Not only, the word here is that we're in a collapse, a real estate collapse here. We're hearing some people are saying that the current levels of housing are going to fall 50% or more. I would call that a crash or a collapse. Okay, absolutely. But I want you to hear something else here. So we understand, again, inflation keeps surging out of control despite the fact that central banks are raising rates, which was never meant to work. You all know that. I'm not going to cover it again here. It's unbelievable, but they're being sold a lie. So real wages continue to fall off of a cliff. Imagine my surprise here, okay, and yours. Now, most Americans, this is a phenomenon that we knew was occurring, and it's getting progressively worse, are burying themselves in debt, and they have zero. The average American right now has a zero emergency fund. If something were to come up here and they needed $2,000 for an emergency, they don't have it. Most people don't even have $400 laying around, let alone $2,000 for an emergency. But Janet Yellen, pay attention to this. Yellen lately, you know, I have to seriously come up with something. I call her Yellen-Stein and Yellen-Stein, as in Frankenstein, like Biden-Stein and all that stuff like that. I don't know what it is, and I'm going to leave it up to you to figure it out because it's way over my pay grade. But she's been coming out a lot lately, and this is what she had to say, and I want you to pay attention to this. Not only are we in some kind of housing collapse, an economy in free fall, real wages falling off of a cliff here, and you know, round after round after round of bad economic news, forward-looking indicators for the economy, every single one. Every single one. I want you to think about that. Every single, without exception, forward-looking economic indicator says, you know, we haven't even begun to fall. We haven't even begun to fall. And with regard to inflation, well, the Federal Reserve's favorite indicator is saying, hey, guess what? More inflation's coming. Can I get a duh? Maybe 3 or 4 duhs. Duh. Okay, but Janet Yellen, she still is saying this. This is today. She doesn't see a recession. She doesn't see it. Maybe she's like, you know, realizes that we're in a depression and it's going to be beyond depression. But, you know, she doesn't see it. The thing doesn't. Let me ask you this with regard to Yellen, and all these other things that are floating around here. Where's the accountability? Okay, you remember Yellen? It's transitory. It's temporary inflation. I don't see inflation persisting. It's going to get much, much better. Let me ask you, so she's the sitting Treasury freaking secretary. When can we remove it from office? Okay, because all she's doing, the thing, is mislead people on an epic scale. Like they all are here. Oh, remember Biden-Stein? Inflation's at zero. It's at zero. Yeah, make that shit up. Impossible to do. American people around the world, forget about just the American people. I have friends all over this freaking world, okay? A lot of European friends, a lot of people over, you name a place, I got friends out there. It's really the truth here. Australia, a lot of people from Australia. And I love my Australian friends and my European friends and my friends all over the world. I love everybody. You know, look, I'm trying to start a movement here with this Emanon. I want us to do good, all of us. I think this can catch on. Closing bell just went off. We'll go over the numbers in just a second here. But seriously, people are suffering. They're being bled dry. They're being bled dry, sucked dry, and you think this is the beginning? You think it's over? Really? You think Yellen's correct? Or do you think Yellen is lying to you on a scale that's, again, you can't get your freaking head around, but she walks around with her multi-millions of dollars, and she just doesn't see a recession coming. No. Anyway, that's what's going on here, people. It's just more of the same loveliness. So let's just see. Let's have some fun, you and me. You know what? Hold on one second. I wrote some other stuff down here. Okay. I want to go over some numbers with you here. Let's have some fun. All right. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average finished high by over 800 points. 828. It may fall or rise as this kind of adjusts here. The Nasdaq puts on 310, gain of almost 3%. S&P 500 almost over 2.5% here. Gold and silver under pressure. Crude oil under pressure. Cryptocurrency doing pretty good. Bitcoin around 20,600. Now here's what's going on. The 10-year yield is just at 4 flat. You know, we dropped below 4 yesterday at one point. The U.S. dollar, or the relative strength of the dollar today, let's see what we have. I'm going to guess it's kind of flattish. Okay. Yeah. Up 0.09, obviously, comparing this to other currencies that are also in free fall. Now, look, the thing that you're never going to hear, and I want you to start talking about this amongst yourselves, and if there are other YouTubers that do follow this blog, and I believe there are several, start talking about the current currency crisis that we are in. We got to get the message out. This is not a rate problem. Central banks really, public enemy number one. No one hates central banks more than Greg Mannarino. Nobody. I think it's an impossibility. They are bringing the world economy to its knees. This rate raising extravaganza that they're on right now is doing nothing. Inflation continues to rise. They're crushing the economy. They're crushing people. Again, people are done. They're maxed out with regard to acquiring debt, but they're going to acquire more. Believe me on that. Somehow they're going to figure it out. And they can't say the savings rate is in the negative. People don't even have any money put away for an emergency. Okay. But we're doing fantastic. Ex-Janet Yellen, she'll tell you that. And so will our retard president, pardon my French. And look, a lot of you get so offended by that. I'm not picking on anyone who's actually developmentally disabled, but the man is retarded, okay? And let me tell you something else about these presidents, all of them, including Trump. They're puppets. When was the last time you heard a president, even Trump, speak out against the Federal Reserve? The President Trump, when he was president, was trying to tell the Federal Reserve, he was telling the people that they needed a weaker dollar, that the Fed needed to go negative with rates. What would that do? Let me explain this to you. When President Trump was saying that would make any central banker orgasm all over their shorts and underwear, okay? Because nothing can make a central banker happier than negative rates, than weakening the currency, which is already in free fall. How's that working out for you, okay? When I said earlier today we need someone out to speak out against what central banks are doing, I only brought up President Trump because he has a big following. He won't speak out against central banks. You think he will? Please, don't make me laugh. All right, look, people, with that said, that's where we stand. I'm glad I was able to get this video out. So you will see me on Sunday for my markets, a look ahead. And I will post some pictures, like I said, to Ed's party here tonight. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to do that, maybe tomorrow. In my free newsletter, link in the description of this video. All right, people, look, this guy here, and I mean this from the heart, loves you a lot. It's really the truth. And I know sometimes I go off the deep end and maybe my style is a little unorthodox. It just, doesn't fit in with the norm, and I don't want to fit in with the norm. Absolutely. But I do want to be part of a new thing with all of you. And I'm going to push this Mannarino thing as far as I possibly can. You want to find out more about Mannarino? Okay, I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. This is starting to get some traction. All right. And it's real. It's big. It's completely free. There's nothing. It's just a movement. All right. And we're going to make a difference. We can change the freaking world, people. I really believe that. Maybe what this is all about, all right, you, me, this whole thing we got going on is changing the freaking world. Do you think the world would be, honestly, the way that it is if people just kind of got together or started doing good deeds for each other without an excuse of a religion or whatever other dog shit thing you might say? Oh, well, I can't do it because Greg's not mentioning this particular, savior deity, so it must not really be good because I can't do good because then it's going to be evil. I mean, make this shit up. People are saying this symbol I have on the hat, the star with the E, is some kind of evil symbol. Really? Oh, okay. Maybe you need to up your medication just a little bit. Just a freaking star, okay? People read so much dog shit into stuff because they, like I said, they've been dumbed down. They've been propagandized. They don't know which end is up. Anyway, look, start doing good and it'll pay off for all of us. All right. Find something, find a way to make a difference in the world. Bring it in. We're going to do it again. All right. Love each other. Care about each other. Be charitable. I'll see all of you Sunday for my markets to look ahead. And look for those pictures in my free newsletter. Again, if you have not subscribed yet, please do it. Link in the description of this video. And that's all. I'm going to go hang out with Ed Hall, my best friend in the world. And I'm just kind of out of here. And I really do love all of you. I'm out of here.